Hi guys, today we would like to talk about Adobe Photoshop trends.
For our presentation on user interface design,
So let's get started.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Anita Fahrisa binti Abdul Mius. My metric number 1211899.
Hi, my name is Ruaisha binti Syamuddin and my metric number is 1211900.
Hi you guys, my name is Nur Arkana binti Ahmad Asri, metric number 1211902.
What is Photoshop? Do you guys know?
So, Photoshop is a powerful software that used for editing photo and graphic design. This system were created by Thomas and his brother John Knoll in 1987 and published by Adobe Inc. Photoshop is not limited for just one operating system. It's a true cross-platform tool. You can harness this system whether you are on Windows or Mac OS. Photoshop operates on a raster graphical model depending on pixels to create and edit image. Hi guys, have you ever wondered about the evolution of logo Photoshop? Well, let's think it's like a superhero badge for creativity. This iconic emblem is not just a brand identity. It's representation of the evolution of digital design and the creative spirit itself. So, you guys can see in the slide that I have provided an image of the evolution logo Photoshop since 1988 until now. In 1987, when Adobe Photoshop was in its infancy, the original logo was born with a focus on simplicity and clarity. The logo reflected the essence of the early stages of Photoshop. This logo embraced a minimalistic approach, using lightly muted and fundamental colors to convey the precision of digital editing. Incorporating symbols such as pixel manipulation, the typography lightly sans serif complemented the modern and forward-looking vibe. Placed in the context of the late 1980s, the original Photoshop logo was more than a visual mark. It was a statement of intent, laying the foundation for Photoshop's iconic journey in revolutionizing digital image editing. In the 1990s, as Photoshop evolved and expanded its capabilities, the logo underwent a vibrant transformation. Embracing bold colors and dynamic shapes, the design mirrored the software's innovative features and advanced functionality. This shift in aesthetics not only represented the software's technological advancements but also communicated a bold and dynamic identity. The use of vivid colors and dynamic shapes convey a sense of energy and creativity. During the early 2000s, the Photoshop logo experienced a significant modernization, embracing a sleeker and more contemporary design. This transformation was in response to evolving design trends of the time. The logo, likely characterized by cleaner lines and refined aesthetics, aimed to align itself with the modern sensibilities of the era. This sleek and modern design not only reflected the software's commitment to staying current, but also signal a visual shift towards simplicity and sophistication, in harmony the prevailing design ethos of the early 2000s. In 2013, a pivotal moment for Adobe and Photoshop, the logo underwent a transformative update to align with the introduction of Adobe Creative Cloud. This symbolic incorporation reflected a fundamental shift in the way users accessed and interacted with the Photoshop. The updated logo not only represented a technological evolution, but also signaled Adobe's commitment to more collaborative, accessible, and continuously evolving creative experience through the Creative Cloud platform. In its present iteration, the Photoshop logo boasts timeless simplicity, embodying the software's enduring relevance and iconic status on industry standard. With a minimalist approach, the logo communicates a sense of sophistication and reliability, mirroring Photoshop's continued importance in the ever-evolving landscape of digital design and image editing. Next, this is timeline cover that also change times to times as the Adobe Photoshop update to the new version.
Next, I would like to talk about the interface of Photoshop. As we can see, these are the comparison between the Photoshop in 1988 and the Photoshop in 2020. So I would like to highlight the evolution of its interface from the modest beginning in the early 1988 to the sophisticated version in 2020. Hey, do you remember the good old days of Photoshop back in 1988? The interface was so different back then. The menus were straightforward and everything was structured in a simple way. And the interface size was relatively compact, designed to fit within the smaller and the lower resolution displays of the computers available in the late 1980s. And lastly, the color in the interface was quite basic. It contains like white and blue, and it have a lot of white space, often adopting a grayscale or a monochromatic scheme. Things had changed a lot. The interface had more tools like the heading brush and the clone stamp, and it was organized better. The way it looked was probably more modern and attractive with a color scheme that was easier on the eyes. And the Photoshop was part of the creative suite and it making work better with the other Adobe programs and helping the designer to do their work more smoothly. So in the 2019, the Photoshop had much become more advanced and user-friendly compared to how it looks and how it started in 1988. So let's go to the latest version of Photoshop 2020. This version even more advanced. It had a lot of tools for all kind of creative work. This way it looked was probably really nice with color you could pick to make it your own. As you can see, the interface will also change to more dark gray. As I said before, you can change your own version. So which version that you prefer? Adobe Photoshop introduced the option to change the color of the interface with the release of the Photoshop CX6 in 2012. And before Photoshop CX6, the interface was primarily dark gray, but after the CX6, it given the opportunity to change the interface color to more darker interface. The first thing that caught my eyes was the ability to change the interface color. Like, can you believe it? You can personalize it to your liking. Like, it might seem like a small thing, but it's a massive departure from the simplicity we were used to. So if you ask me like what color that we can change to, like we have four options, which is black, dark gray, light gray, and white. So now I will explain you guys about the toolbox in Photoshop. These are the evolutions and the cooperation between the early Photoshop to the latest Photoshop. So as you can see, the evolution of the toolbox in Photoshop reflects a progression from a basic set of tools to a comprehensive set of tools in the latest version. So let's go. So this is example toolbox Photoshop for the older version. The toolbox was quite basic because it included the essential tools for a simple image such as brush, eraser, text tools, and the selection tools. So this version focus was on the fundamental functions for digital image manipulation. Next, here we go to the Photoshop 2009. The more tools were added to growing needs of the designers and photographers. New tools like the healing brush and the clone stamp were introduced, providing the advanced retouching capabilities. And the toolbox expanded to include tools for working with layers, paths, and more. So what do you think about this version? When we go into the latest version, we can see that the toolbox has become more comprehensive and versatile. It includes a wide range of tools for various creative tasks.
Hi you guys, welcome back to me again. Let's we explore the evolution of file management, security, and Adobe Adobe Photoshop from its early to the present. So let's go to the 1990s. As the 19th rolled in, Photoshop expanded its horizon by supporting popular image formats like JPEG, GIF, and PNG. Moreover, basic password protection added a layer of security to find. Let's be moving into the early 2000s, Photoshop introduced the PSD format that enabling layers for more advanced editing. This era also saw improved file encryption method for heightened security. By the middle of 2000s, Photoshop made stride by allowing the embedding of metadata within image and implementing stronger security measures to combat and authorize access. Entering the late 2000s, Adobe Creative Cloud image revolutionary storage and collaboration while incorporating advanced security features for users' protection. In the 2010s, business enhancement in cloud-based tools, streamlining organization, and a dedicated focus on cybersecurity with regular updates to ensure user safety. Continuing the journey, recent years have been marked by an unwavering emphasis on cloud-based collaboration. Moreover, advanced security measures like two-factor authentication and improved encryption methods were introduced to further safeguard user data. From humble beginning of basic file function to the present, Adobe Photoshop evolution in file management and security has been an incredible journey. Hi everyone, today we are diving into the fascinating journey of how layer in Adobe Photoshop evolved over the year, transforming the way we edit the image. Alright, let's be back into the late of 80s to early 90s. Adobe Photoshop was introduced the layer. They were like transparent shield, allowing us to work on the different part of an image separately. These breakthroughs let us edit without running the whole of the picture. By the middle of 90s, adjustment layers stepped in. These were like magical filter, allowing us to tweak the colors and contrast without changing the original picture. It was a game changer for creative freedom. Moving to the late of 90s, Photoshop got more organized with the layers of the group. It was like sorting the file into the folder, making handling the complex design much easier. As the 2000s started, layer effects were introduced. Think of them as artistic tools that drop shadow, glows, and the bevel. It giving the image a special touch and unleashing our creativity. In the middle of 2000, they were broke the smart object as a big leap. This allowed the embedding of objects without losing the quality, letting us to edit without harming the originality. Later in the 2000s, layer masks are improved. It was like using precision tools, letting us edit with surgical accuracy without damaging the original image. Towards the late of 2000 and early of 2010, linking smart objects are joined the party, making it easy to manage and link the object across the different Photoshop files. In the middle of 2010 until today, layers keep getting better. Photoshop refined the workflow, enhanced the performance, and introduced the 3D capabilities. It's better blending mode and more sophisticated tool that for the video editing within the layer.
So thank you for listening to our presentation.
Bye bye!